Hi, and welcome to Fluency.com with Kate and
Jack.
Today we are going to be going over summer items. Our theme today is heat wave, and everything in this bucket is, number one, a mystery to Jack.
Yes.
And number two, something that has to do with hot weather.
Yeah, and this whole lesson is a mystery to me as well. But this is Kate's idea. It sounds good from what I know. And I think this is going to be a really good way for you to learn some new words and phrases. And you did say that you're going to give them the opportunity to say what the item is, right?
That's right. So you're also going to get to test yourself and see if you know the vocabulary for each item I am about to pick out of the bucket. And the last one is a special surprise for Jack.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm good at surprises.
Are you?
But okay, just before we get started as well,
Yes.
You're showing 7 items.
Approximately.
Okay. And they're all related to heat wave. Now, we had a mini heat wave last week, right?
We did.
And did you know that they're having a heat wave in the UK at the moment?
Really?
Yeah.
So temperatures are higher than normal?
A lot higher. And just explain what a heat wave is.
I was about to say, how would you describe a heat wave?
How would you describe a heat wave? So yeah, heat wave is when it's like a period of time, usually more than 2 days, right? When the temperatures, they're not just hot, but they're very hot. It feels really hot outside. And I remember, actually it could be a day, because do you remember in Valencia, when we came back from Italy, I think, or the UK, and we were living in Spain at the time. I know you want to open this, but we were living in Spain at the time. And there was that one day when it was just unbelievable.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
It felt like we had opened the oven and were just standing in front of it constantly.
Well, this feels like Christmas, and I know you want to see what's inside. And we're just going to talk about these items, I guess, and introduce some phrases that we can use with them. Okay, so item number 1.
Item number 1. I'm going to just set this down. No peeking.
No peeking.
No peeking. Okay. The first item that I have is not really one to test ourselves on, but I have a cup for you, a cup for me.
Fantastic.
Some ice.
Oh, ice.
Ice and...
Lemon.
Sorry,
it's hard for me to hold back here.
I know, because this is so exciting. I know. Here, do you want to put some ice in your cup?
Now, did you watch my video on 7 things I find strange about the USA?
No.
Lots of ice. Ice in everything. Ice. All right, maybe you need to watch it.
Have some extra ice.
Okay.
And a little bit of refreshing lemon.
Okay, yes, please.
So this is one of my favorite ways to stay cool when the weather is warm.
So Kate is squeezing the lemon.
I'm squeezing the lemon. And if this were very traditional, we would actually have lemonade.
Yeah.
And children make money in the summer by having a lemonade stand and selling little cups of lemonade. Today, we have sparkling water.
Yeah, from Trader Joe's.
True.
And it says raspberry lime flavour. So this is sparkling water. What is the most famous brand of sparkling water in the US?
Oh, good question.
Well, think about a few years ago. There weren't many options. There was only one option. What was that option? There's a song about it that we both love.
Go ahead.
LaCroix. But did you know that I just saw a headline recently saying that sales of LaCroix have just gone straight down because of all the cheap competitors now.
Yeah, now it's very popular.
Cheers.
So, cheers.
Sparkling water with lemon.
Do you feel cooler and more refreshed?
Yeah.
My work is done.
So that's the first thing in a heat wave, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Cold water.
Cold water.
Stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important.
Now we're going to imagine that you actually venture out of the house.
Okay. So we're stepping out of the house now.
We're stepping out of the house, and there are 2 things that we apply to our skin before we go outside.
Yeah.
And I can show you what these are, but it's hard to tell from a distance. Can you guess what the 2 things are?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know what they are.
You know what they are.
So, yeah, you put both of them on your skin.
Uh-huh.
One protects you from the sun, and the other one protects you from bugs.
Bugs. Mosquitoes particularly. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of this to apply.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny
I feel like
bit.
I'm in duty free at the moment at the airport. Careful.
So I usually put some of this on my skin. This is sunblock.
I think we call it sunscreen or suntan lotion.
Suntan lotion? We call it. Yeah, we can call it that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we usually put on a lot of this. Or I do.
I don't.
Because my skin burns.
Yeah. I'm good at not getting burnt.
He gets tan.
I get tanned in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get tanned.
And now this is bug spray.
Yeah. Are you going to put bug spray on me?
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay.
There we go.
Now, growing up, we didn't really have bug spray.
No.
No.
You don't have as many mosquitoes.
No, I think I used to get bitten probably 5 times a summer in the UK.
Wow.
Here, it's crazy. Our house is a lot better, but our old property, you go outside and you'd have 10 mosquitoes just hovering around your legs, ready to strike.
And you are especially appealing to mosquitoes.
Yeah, I am.
They like me. They like to bite me, but now that I've been with you, they all just go to you. He is the most delicious. Okay, so
it's
imagine
that British blood.
We're still going outside. Something else that we put on. Do you know what this is called?
Do you remember where we got those from too?
Yeah, I do.
So, tell them.
These are sunglasses.
Sunglasses. And you can do a couple of things. Phrasal verbs. You can put on sunglasses.
Nice.
And then you can take them off again.
Oh.
A Valara My Lodge Tax. I don't know where these came from.
They're not sponsoring the video.
No, sponsored by. Yeah, so sunglasses, shades as well.
Shades.
What is there another word for them?
I think that's it. I
Sunglasses
just call them
and
sunglasses.
Shades. I think shades are more. It's probably more common, isn't it, to say shades?
I still say sunglasses, but it is a little bit more cool to call them shades.
Did I tell you about the time when I got those sunglasses in Colombia?
No.
For next to nothing. Because a friend of mine who I was travelling with at the time, he's so indecisive that they thought his indecision was him bargaining. So they said, okay, like $30 for these sunglasses. He's like, oh, I don't know if I want them. Like, oh, 25. I just don't know if I want them or not. And it just went down to 5.
Oh, wow.
And then I said, I'll get some.
I'll get some for 5.
Yeah.
And so bargaining worked for you.
Yeah.
These were free.
Yeah. And we go through a lot of sunglasses, don't we?
Yeah, we do. They're really easy to break and lose.
Yeah.
But I like the nice ones that are polarized because they really help protect your eyes. But we don't have that for every time. Now, this one is a tricky one. This one's definitely a tricky one. This is for after. Did you see in the bucket?
Aloe.
Yes. But that was supposed to be the mystery.
I know. I keep saying this.
So this is a piece of a plant. And Jack gave away what plant it was. But this is an aloe vera plant, a piso one. And after you go out in the sun, if you get burnt, or if you get burnt in any other way, aloe vera feels so good. And see?
It works really well.
How does it feel?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's slimy. Yeah, it's slimy, but it feels so good when you get sunburned.
Strange smell, isn't it?
Yeah, it does have a very particular smell. I like it better from the plant than from like the ocean,
I do as well.
Yeah.
Looks like a lizard's tail.
It does, doesn't it?
A dinosaur
No
tail.
Lizards were harmed making this video. So after you come in and you're sunburnt, which I got sunburnt this weekend, because you can't see it in the video, but I have like a handprint, like a white handprint right there.
Did you sleep with your...
Maybe.
Hand on your belly?
Maybe that's how I got it, but anyway. So.
And the joke I was trying to make before was, how do you say this in your accent?
Oh no. Aloe vera.
So, yeah, there's the joke of saying, hello, Vera. Hello, Vera. With it.
There are so many jokes that Jack has that only work in his accent.
Yeah.
That don't work for me at all.
That's a London accent.
It's a London accent. And then
what's next? Is this the last one?
This is the last item. And this is the surprise for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh!
I was waiting for that. The last item was a water gun. Do you want to get me?
No, it's okay. I'll rise above it. And
and we also brought everything today in a bucket that is in the shape of a sandcastle. So when we go to the beach, if you fill it with sand, you can make a sandcastle.
Yeah. That was a good little surprise. No, I'm just want to teach them about the gun a little bit.
Is that?
I'm not going to spray you. I promise. I won't spray you. So this is a water pistol. And something I've noticed is that in the summer in America, everything is water-based. Like kids' birthday parties, people go to the pool all the time. There are sprinklers in people's gardens. Hose pipes come out.
Sprinklers that you can run through. And also people will sometimes put down plastic or a tarp and put a hose on it and some soap. And that's a slip and slide. Yeah,
slip and slide. That is so much fun. You need a good hill, a good elevation, don't you? Where you can get some momentum. And you put a hose pipe at the top, and it really works well if you use washing up liquid. What do you call it?
Dish soap.
Dish soap. And then it just makes it more slippery. And you can get some momentum and slide down the slip and slide. That's a lot of fun. So,
did you think this was a good selection of things to cool off and enjoy the heat wave?
Yeah, I think a lot of these things are necessary. I like that you started off with the drink. That was very nice. Bug spray, it is necessary if you're out in the evening, especially. The water gun.
Somewhere natural.
The water gun, I won't forget that one. And aloe vera. Aloe vera. After you get sunburned. And then just a couple of things about the bucket. Sunglasses too. There's a couple of phrases that you can use with bucket. Bucket list. What is a bucket list?
Well, that comes from another phrase, which is to kick the bucket.
Yes, all right. So to kick the bucket means to
die.
To die.
Nothing to do with summer and heat.
No. So to kick the bucket means to die, and is it used in a fun way? You know what I mean? It's not, you don't say it when you're talking about a death.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not a very sensitive.
No, that's the right way.
I don't know, polite way to describe dying.
No, you wouldn't, no. You wouldn't ask like, when did your cat, when did your cat kick the bucket?
Yeah.
When you just found out that your friend's cat died.
And I've actually never used that expression. No, but we know what it means. And from that expression comes the phrase a bucket list, which are the things that are most important to you to do before you die.
Yeah. And people will write a list of things that they want to do before they die. Yeah, a bucket list. Sorry, I was trying to think of an article I read that was talking about don't make a bucket list, but I can't remember what the article was. I think it might have been things to do before you're 40.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is leave some of the phrases that we've used in this video in the description for people to look at so that you can learn some new words and phrases. And then go watch a conversation that we had on summer. Do you remember that conversation?
I do.
It's from a few years ago. Very enthusiastic.
I am. I'm really excited about this summer. I love talking about the seasons.
Yeah. So we had a chat about summer. We've also talked about winter. Did we talk about fall?
I think maybe we talked about the transition to fall.
Right.
I remember talking about pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was also my video about strange things about the USA. How everyone's obsessed with pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
So go check out those videos. There's a whole playlist for you to watch. I think this is a really good way for you to learn English. And thank you, Kate, for this fun
problem.
lesson.
Can I leave with 2 questions?
Oh, Kate's question.
Yes. Well, I have 2. I usually have 2. My first question is, what's your favorite way to stay cool in the summer? And also, out of curiosity, when you tested yourself, how many of these vocabulary words did you know already?
Yeah. Good. Thank you for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.